It was a bitterly cold night when Emma found herself stranded on the side of an unfamiliar road. She had been driving for hours, lost in the middle of nowhere, when her car suddenly sputtered and died. Her phone had no service, and with only the glow of her headlights illuminating the dark, snow-covered landscape, there was no sign of help anywhere. Desperate, she bundled up in her thick jacket and stepped out into the freezing air. She looked around, but all she saw was endless trees and the dark road stretching ahead. After a few moments, she noticed an old farmhouse in the distance, its windows dark, but there was a light flickering inside. With no other choice, she made her way toward the house, each step crunching through the snow. As she approached, she saw that the front door was ajar. A cold shiver ran down her spine. She knocked hesitantly. No answer. She pushed the door open slowly, calling out, "Hello." The house was silent, but as she stepped inside, she felt a sudden chill, colder than the outside air. The door creaked as it shut behind her, the sound unsettling in the quiet. The dim flickering light seemed to come from the hallway. She walked toward it, her breath visible in the air. At the end of the hall, she saw a room with the door slightly open. Inside, an old rocking chair swayed gently back and forth, though there was no breeze. The light, she realized, was coming from a dusty lamp beside the chair. As she stepped closer, her heart pounded in her chest. Suddenly, she heard a voice, low and raspy, from behind her. "You shouldn't have come here." Emma spun around, but the hallway was empty. Her breath quickened. She backed into the room, and that's when she saw them, pale, skeletal figures standing in the dark corners, their eyes wide and empty, watching her. The door slammed shut, and the rocking chair began to move faster, creaking violently. "You'll never leave," the voice rasped again. She turned to run, but the house seemed to stretch endlessly. The walls closed in, and with every step, the figures followed her, their whispering growing louder and louder. In the distance, she thought she saw a faint light again, a car's headlights, maybe, but when she looked back, the figures were closer, their cold hands reaching toward her, and their whispers now a chant, "Join us. Forever." The last thing Emma felt before the darkness took her was the icy grip of their fingers on her neck.